just to see how much these, like, in particular, I'm going to just call out 2 players. It's going to be how much RML and CCNC can do in particular, and then the 4 roles, I think. Or, sorry, the offlane for me, at least for Optic, is 33. Because I think he's really crucial to this team. If he has a good game, then he enables Pycat to have a good game. And Pycat, he's been having really solid games with Optic. So we'll see what they're going to be able to do versus TNC.
Well, we'll be able to head you guys into the draft as the picks and bans are underway. As so far, the opening bans from TNC, taking out the Tiny and the Bane. And Optic, some respect for that. Willow taking that out, 2nd pick, as well as the ever-favored Gyrocopter.
They banned Bane. I mean, Bane has been on the rise a lot in that NA region. I know PPD likes to play it a lot, so
that's
not too much of a surprise. And the other one is, I mean, the Sanking. For me, I think Optic banning that one is a very good option versus TNC. I think banning Sanking actually versus any of the SCA teams is always a good option.
I think banning Sanking against any team.
The hero is extremely good right now, so. We'll see what they decide to open with here. Chen is left in the pool.
5 seconds remaining.
They're going to take the Tusk. I would imagine Optic takes Chen. Yeah. I think they'll take, what, Chen and... What are the big ones left in the pool this time around?
Would they go Rubik?
Nah,
not
versus Tusk. No. You go Chen and...
Omni?
10 seconds remaining.
Sure, you just get the Omni now, don't you? Okay, you could just Razor Omni if you wanted.
I think
they would do that when they Optic.
I think they would want the Chen though. They really like Chen.
Oh, they've got a lot of. I think they got
maybe
some
Chen
good
Death
options,
Prophet.
really, so
Chen Death Prophet, I think, could be an option.
Yeah.
Dire team pick.
The Witch Doctor.
Witch Doctor.
Interesting.
There's some good heroes left that have been ignored here with these opening sort of picks. I'm sure we'll see one of the strong ones come through here as the second one.
Maybe they just don't want to play the Chen at the start. We'll see.
I mean, they might still.
They might still pick it here.
Because they may have just picked the Witch Doctor as well to stop TNC from taking the Witch Doctor against their Chen.
Yeah, maybe.
Or maybe they want to be risky, try and sneak the Chen through later.
They have been getting it a couple times in the 3rd, 4th pick.
Yeah.
I keep saying 3rd, 4th. 5th, 6th picks, whatever you want to call it, when they've been playing at least in the NA region. But Chen is looking like, I mean, Chen is an absolute beast of a hero right now.
I see. I think that is the question they're picking out as they try and get it later. And
Spirit.
No Chen today. They take the Spirit.
So is that that's a Zai Earth Spirit, huh? Zai's been playing that a bit, right? I don't think. I'm going to scroll through. I don't think I've seen a Zai play an Earth Spirit, really. Unless they're going to be putting Zai again on the offlane.
Oh, you know what this is?
33 plays it.
Oh, sure. Or maybe. You know, CCNC has been struggling at LAN. Maybe this is his true calling, to go Weeha style, old school, and play CCNC mid-Earth Spirit.
Oh, and maybe your birthday,
I want to see that.
You're crazy.
I want to see the CCNC Earth Spirit. That's my dream.
They quickly punch back with AA Tusk. So, supports.
Okay, who won the support? Who won the support draw, do you think?
I mean, they all have their strengths, right?
Yeah.
5 seconds.
I think maybe Earth Spirit's a little bit weak. In particular, I think I like TNC's a little bit more right now, but I mean, it's very close because I also like Witch Doctor a lot.
It really depends on the Earth Spirit performance.
Yes,
as you say, we don't really know too much what to expect from Optic. With this hero.
I mean, I'm very curious to see them picking that one because I'm literally just scrolling through all their picks recently, and they have not had it once. I'm actually going to scroll even further and see if
I mean, as you said, it is one of those heroes. It can look absolutely awful or it can look absolutely amazing.
I'm pretty sure the last time they played it was when 33 was playing support. I mean, I'm going back more than a month ago, and I still have not seen it.
I mean, that's because we've seen them change.
A month ago they played it.
Is there any chance that Optic at this LAN may change it back?
Maybe switch it back, right? That's
what
I was thinking as well.
They might switch it back.
So they did, they picked it, like I said, about a month ago.
Yeah, and it was what? It was 33.
I will find out in 1 second. I'm pretty sure it was 33. I don't think I've seen Zai play it too much. Yeah, it was 33.
Yeah. Like maybe. I mean, maybe they're switching it back round.
Maybe. I mean, it is. Some teams do that for hero specific, right? So it could be an option, but whatever. So looking at the bans, there's a Tusk and an AA, not reliable, disable. So you do see them ban that PL. I mean, PL is a crazy hero, as we saw in that last series in particular. If you don't have the right disables, the hero can run rampant.
It can just be one of those heroes that just doesn't die.
Yeah. And they, Optic in return, they banned TB and Batrider. Okay. I mean, I think TB and PL, I think we're going to be seeing a lot of these two heroes.
I know, I think, you talk about banning Sanking against SEA teams, banning TB against TNC is...
And Batrider. I think banning, like,
these
you see
Sam
H.
TNC heroes.
Yeah, like Sam H.
And Raven, he's going to want to play Terrorblade every game. You take that Terrorblade away from Raven.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the best Terrorblade players out there.
So what do they not want to play against here? Last ban. The Beastmaster. Okay.
I mean, another just a very favoured pick of Optic.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently they do go for that Beastmaster off lane quite a few times.
I'm so intrigued if they're actually going to be running 33 on the Surf Spirit now.
And
the Zai's practiced it. Zai may have practiced it.
I mean,
right? Like
he's a smart kid, you know. If there's someone who can figure out the workings of Earth Spirit, Zai would definitely be the one. But it's just something that we haven't seen in sort of competitive for them, let alone on land. They picked the puck.
Okay. Another elusive hero versus this Tuscan AA. And
imagine with Optic, it's more likely to be the mid puck rather than the offlane puck.
More than likely, yes. Yeah. But I mean, we can't make a full assumption yet. It's traditionally pretty good versus AA, right? If you can see the AA in the fights, jump in and you can just pretty much instantly blow that hero up.
It's definitely one of the reasons why I think it probably will be. It's one of those mid laners that doesn't care about like a Tusk's rotation.
Exactly.
You don't care about getting sharp blocked. It's very hard to sort of gank the puck if it is the mid puck.
Yep.
Let's see what TNC go for.
There's not the traditional, like, you see puck and you pick, like, Dragon Knight, because DK was banned, so I'm curious what they're actually going to do to be able to catch this hero, because you want to have at least one hero that can get this hero, that can catch this puck.
So some big initiators left for Sam H on the offlane. Anyone that would be very nice to catch off these heroes, as you said, with the bat being banned, Sand King, Beastmaster, a lot of that sort of.
They could maybe look at something like the Nyx. I know like some people don't really like the Nyx. I'm not the biggest fan, but they do run it sometimes in that offlane.
Not bad against these 3 heroes.
Yeah, they do sometimes run it after Sam H.
Yeah, and Nyx is with the AA. I think you're absolutely
exactly right, because then they can do the global plays as well. I think it looks pretty decent, because it's, I mean, like you said, pretty decent versus these supports to stop the combo as well. What other options? I think maybe they could just look to match the lanes, but they don't know exactly where this puck is just yet. And I think they want a BKB core as well, right? Because you're playing versus all this magic damage right off the bat. So.
Oh, absolutely. It's pretty much. Well, I guess you got the Death Ward, but.
Yeah, but like, yeah.
Yeah, BKB cores are definitely going to be the thing for Raven. They're really going. They're using all their reserve
They're only down
time.
to 10 seconds. What's going on here? Is anyone chatting?
Are they still in the lobby?
Okay.
Here we go.
There's a lot of time though. And okay, they'll do the Tide. That's the other one they like to pick a lot on Sam H.
Yeah, it's nice as well against sort of having some mass silences, 2 silences. One of those series that doesn't care about those silences.
And it's a pipe builder. I think that's the other thing that I was looking for if they didn't pick up someone that was just going to be ganking. Is someone that can just group up around and actually be able to threaten.
With the Luna. Okay. One of the Pycat specialities.
That's a good hero versus Tide in particular too in the lane now. Like Witch Doctor Luna, you get a Maledict on this Tide Hunter, you have easy ways to chase him out of the lane. So I do think this Tide could struggle a bit in this game right now if he doesn't get a good lane.
Definitely a hero though that can get blown up pre-BKB. You know, Ravage and an Ice Blast on a Luna.
This is true.
If they're able to sort of get active as soon as that AA hits 6, could certainly cause issues. I mean, already, Ravage and Ice Blast on any of these heroes is going to be quite huge in the fight. Still, that's pretty terrifying. The Raven Morphling coming through.
There is I mean, there's Puck and Earth Spirit already.
Silences.
There's some good ways to catch, and like a lot of disabled to just like the stuns in general versus Morphling too. But the thing is also about Morphling versus Earth Spirit and versus Puck, you turn into these heroes, and you're a beast in the team fights.
Yeah, if you turn into Puck jumping around this, just getting the
turn into Earth Spirit too.
You can use his stones.
You get all 6 stones instantly. You get the roll. You can roll in to start the fights, and then you can turn into your Morphling after you get like a stun silence combo. So this could work. This could work pretty interestingly.
I mean, yeah, not that it's just about to say you can get your own stones, but the fact that you can just pop all your spells on his stones.
Exactly.
So the stones that he was setting up with, they're gone. Yep. There's a lot of cute plays that the Raven could go for, and I think TNC will be very happy with that. As if Raven's not playing his Terrorblade, he's certainly playing his Morphling.
I think this Morph, though, has to have a good lane. If he starts getting set behind and this Puck and this Earth Spirit start going out of control, Morph can just easily get shut down heavily. But Optic right now, they don't really have the setup to go for this contesting lane. So the Morphling, in theory, should have a good start this game.
And they have left, with this sort of 5th pick as it is, they have sort of left the question still Optic. Where's the Puck going?
Yes.
Is Earth Spirit going to be played by 33 or Zai? Are they going to switch that up in that sense? I mean, what would you like to see them go for here? Would you like them to still put the Puck mid, sort of get the priority there and get someone else in the off lane to pressure the Morphling? Or is there any sort of chance they can run any sort of aggressive lane against the Morphling?
I'm trying to think, actually. I'm not too certain right now. Something versus the Morph, an offlaner. Someone with Disable, too.
Yeah.
That Optic likes in particular.
Well, final ban from Optic is another speciality of TNC's, the Shadow Fiend.
Maybe the... Could they look maybe at something like... I was thinking maybe Underlord, but no. There's so much... The thing is, I see AA morphling, and it's always that concern, because the shotgun comes out, you get the Ice Vortex down, you have so much burst.
I mean, you do want a pipe builder, don't you?
You want a pipe builder, though, so I think it might be the Underlord for Optic.
Yeah.
Underlord, maybe... I mean, I just saw Abel Blue, so I'm kind of put off by that hero.
So they're TNC are assuming that it's going to be the offlane
for the offlane puck. Okay.
Yeah, they're banning out the mid laners.
I mean, they could just do, like, Puck or Spirit, but I think Tusk, if they run a defensive tri-lane from TNC, that could cause big issues for Optic if they try to pressure. I think this Morphling is set up for a good start in the game, which is absolutely crucial for TNC right now.
What's TNC going to get for their mid lane? What's he going to play?
Oh, Death Prophet's still in the pool.
That's a strong 5th pick. Instant response, though. It's going to be the Visage.
So it is Puck. Wait. So it's
going to be a Visage. It's going to be 33 Visage, so Xayah Spirit. So I imagine...
aggro, kind of like the aggro duel, maybe throw it in an aggro tri-lane after they secure the bottom lane. So maybe Witch Doctor Luna, they're going to try to get Pycat with a head start, and then they're going to switch the lanes up.
And it is that, Xayah Spirit. So something a little different. We've not, as far as we can see, we've not been seeing this from Xayah. This is something a little different from Xayah.
So
let's see how he does.
Let's see how the Visage does too, right? Huh.
So what do you think about the Visage? Yeah, is this a hero that can sort of play nicely against? I mean, I guess sort of against the two supports. It's pretty good. You get those birds on top of the AA.
It's great versus AA.
You pick
That's
the
one thing.
AA off at the start.
I mean, Death Prophet's traditionally pretty good versus the Visage, though. Once you're actually able to tank up and not get bursted through that burst. I'm saying bursted. Don't let me say bursted. If you can get burst. So, interesting.
Let's have a look.
I mean, I'm mostly just intrigued to watch Xayah being playing the
Xayah. I want to see how Xayah practiced
it. Yep.
Let's see how he goes. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, getting into Optic versus TNC. As you can see from the rundown, Cuckoo AA, Tim Zayat.
So they are putting the puck off lane.
Oh, they are. So
and it is going to be 33's playing mid.
This could be something that they want to experiment with. We know that CCNC, he has been struggling in the mid lane on LAN. Why not swap it up? Other teams have done it. The big teams have done it. You know, we've seen Sumail moves to the off lane, S4 moves to the off lane. CCNC says, I want to be cool too. I'm going to move to the off lane.
I mean, so let's see if he's able to do it. I mean, I think if it's Tusk AA and Morphling down there, I even if they don't, I think this Morphling is gonna get free farm. I think that's a big problem for Optic, because sure they've got the disable and everything for him, but it's still a pretty decent Morphling game, as we mentioned. If you can get that Earth Spirit, if you turn into Earth Spirit, you're a bit of a beast.
There's so many of the heroes that you want to turn into.
Yeah.
Really.
But at the same time too, the Luna game should be pretty nice at the same time, as long as she's able to get quite ahead, because like you mentioned, there is a lot of burst coming out. The AA plus that like Death Prophet Titan. If she gets ravaged up and caught by AA Blast, the fight is going to be difficult for Optic. But we'll see. See how it all plays out. Peter. Of course, Peter with the caps like.
Getting heated.
What level is everybody?
Go, please. Come on, Peter. You're the one to pause at the start. Can we have some niceties, please? This is a polite playing arena.
So Visage. Okay.
This swap, as I've said, a lot of little changes on Optic's side here. Let's see how much. I mean, 33 mid. I don't think I've ever seen this guy play. He's always played off lane, as we saw, support off lane. But in terms of mid, I mean, I'm sure, as a high MMR player in his pubs, he definitely has played mid. But
CCC gets the bounty rune bottom too with the orb play.
So I will of course secure their own. So Optic get 3 out of 4. There we go. The change already paying off. Let's see.
And PPD gets a D ward. Right off the bat.
All right.
So it looks like Tims will start in that top lane. So bottom, this actually could work, right? If they've got this dual lane down here versus AA Morphling, this could start to put some pressure on Raven. And I think this is what Optic needs to do. They need to slow down this Morphling. They can't let him get free farm. Another shard block. Beautiful.
So which lane do you think is going to suffer the most?
I mean, if it stays dual lanes, I mean, I'm definitely still concerned a bit for this bottom lane, because I think AA is one of those heroes that just secures so much, and I'm imagining Tims, after he gets a decent start for top, he's going to rotate bottom. So I still do think this puck is going to have some trouble down here. It's all depending on the Tusk's movements. Because I think if it stays as is, it's going to be pretty even trading coming out on both sides. We have some lag coming out, it seems.
Wow.
Row.
Back in. At least it's always good when the pause ends before PPD all chats. Keeping it cool.
Ooh, Raven missed the 2 last hits under the tower there. This is Morphling.
Sam getting beaten back a bit. Against the early potential of the Maledicts and such. And they will turn towards PPD. Shards forcing him to take the alternate route back towards the tower. Could his way towards the trees, keep himself safe.
Man, they really want to keep this dual lane up here on the side of TNC. I guess maybe waiting for the level 2s. Yeah, I was waiting for level 2. Okay.
Oh,
Instantly Tusk towards bottom. I think he needs to do this because they're starting to pressure Raven. I think as soon as Tims is down here, they can actually relieve that pressure.
So ideally here, you're waiting for CCNC to
Cuckoo
use his
steps up pretty far here.
And he has there. They could look to turn this though. The orb has been used by CCNC. They're rolling straight away onto Zai. Cuckoo falling low. CCNC trying to finish him off. He will get the return kill. But these two will chase him down. And with the shards back up, CCNC has got the orb. Will jump himself up, but he can't in time. Actually gets punched down by Tims before he goes towards the orb. Top lane though, as soon as that movement's made, Optic know the tide's on their zone, and they do make the move and take the kill.
Yeah. The offlaners, as usual, will be the ones that suffer. Mid lane, it was dead even.
Yeah, 33 is holding his own nicely here on the Visage.
Yeah, and Luna is getting a bit better farm than the Morphling because of that start. Tims just needs to stay down here. But Tims does not have mana on the Tusk, so I mean this is where, you know, I was saying that the puck might suffer, but with the setup that they had and with the start that they initiated because of the Tusk being top, CCC will be able to get something down here. And Sam H desperate to try to get some experience.
He's going for the pull.
Well, to watch himself.
They've got that damage again with the Maledict. Sam H.
He's got the double Fairy Fire. He's going to pop one early on. He's got the Wand and another Fairy Fire in a second here, so Wand.
He should be fine. Pycat.
He's holding. They're continuing the chase,
He's got enough for one and one more.
Ooh, they've
got him. It's a long run down, but
he used the salve.
He did use the salve as well. Optic, yeah, as you said, that top lane turning out to be a bit of a beaut.
That's why they picked the, you know, Luna Witch Doctor, right? The Maledict, very, very strong versus Tidehunter.
The mid lane just continued to be a straight trade and
it's even.
So what about this Zai aspect? Is there anything we can expect to see Zai doing? Does he need to sort of stay stationed down here, or do you want to see him go somewhere else?
I think him just being down here allows CCNC to have the start. 9 and 6 on the puck just because of Zai's positioning, because they're able to scout out the movements in particular from the Tusk. Roll in, trying to get the rune. Rune's both stopped. Zai will get at least one of the bounties though. And PPD will claim 2.
Alright, easy money here for Peter Panda.
I mean, Sam H is incredibly suffering up top. 5-0 last hits to the 14-6 of his counterpart in the puck, so I was wrong. I
mean, this is this tide as well that you're sort of looking towards as a team to get a good timing on the hood and the pipe. But the farm is not going to be coming in anytime soon for Sam.
Mid lane, now Tims. 33 stepping up a bit too far here.
The rolling, Snowball, out going underneath the tower. They've got it. Burst is enough. Armel claims the kill. Back up at Tims. They take 3-3 out of the lane, and Armel can put a bit of damage onto that tier 1 mid.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Every time the Tims makes a move, though, this is where they can play a little bit further up down bottom. CCNC almost with treads finished up on the puck now.
Definitely, as we can see so far, the choice to have 3-3 in the mid and CCNC down bottom of the offlane. It's working out. Neither are suffering, and so this change of roles. Obviously, we've got to expect that they will have practiced it a lot in scrims and such, but something that we just haven't seen in on LAN at least.
Yeah, and now with this Luna having such a good time, CPPD is making his way toward mid to counter gank.
Some of the car scan, Maledict onto Tims.
Pretty dead here.
And we've got the rotation from Zai. Goes in close to the gap onto the Tusk. Tims tries to hold them back with the Shards ability, but the Maledict upon him, he'll fall. Optic getting themselves another pick off.
Yeah, nice movement there by PPD in particular. Zai with the TP response, of course.
Dire's
Look at this, CNC 20 and 8 on the puck because the Tuscan is in bottom.
Sam H.
He's catching back.
Starting to get some CS out.
Starting to get a little bit.
Yeah. The wave being held nice and close towards his tower, doesn't feel too scared about going forward.
He keeps using Gush to last hit some creeps too, so.
Making sure he keeps control of his own bounty rings too. Make sure that Peter doesn't get away with stealing them. Now we're going to see Peter and Zai look for a bit of a wraparound towards mid.
I think they're waiting for the Visage to get 6. As soon as 33 has that, they have pretty good kill threat on Tarmel. 33, one more creep.
I'm not coming forward. This is going to be quite tempting.
Oh, this might be,
he's gone right into the river. They're tempted. As you say, he's not quite got the 6. Here we go.
Really
it's there now.
As soon as it comes out.
As soon as it's there, they're in there and they're on top of Armel. They'll put the fair fire. But the snowball, it's buying him some time, but he took a lot of damage before that Maledict, and surely it will still tick. He's trying to keep himself alive, but the regen is not enough. As they find the kill with the Maledict.
That was a very nice scam. You see that literally instantly as that 6 comes out, they roll in with Zai. Zai on point with his Earth Spirit play so far too. I mean, Raven just keeps getting poked down bottom too, so you see it's affecting his last hits a little bit. 32 compared to the 40 of the Luna. And CNC already almost level 6 on the puck. They have a lot of lockdown, like we were mentioning, for this Morphling if he doesn't get off to a very good start. But right away, they're smoking. They're looking for something.
They want to try and find Armel again. They know that they can do it. It's pretty easy if they hit the roll. Couldn't quite get it there, Zai. Quite a bit off the mark as Armel backs off. And
bottom, CNC.
Put to an end.
Orb is on cooldown. Can they find him here?
They've got a lot of damage here from the Chilling Touch. And CNC, he's dead. TNC. The two of them, when they band together, are easily able to pick up the kill.
I think Tims has to pretty much play around the mid lane, though. He has to like keep a TP at least available for bottom and sit around mid. But yes, CNC does pay with his life. And now bottom, though, they will find Cuckoo. Zai catches the roll. Pretty close game. Pretty close early game. Only a 1K lead right now from Optic, but they do have a free farm Luna. Who's loving life. But Sam H has now started to catch back up to that puck in net worth, about 300 behind, going for that hood first, as we mentioned, needs a pipe. Optic.
Onto PPD, but the backup's there. Zai tries for a stun, doesn't find the connection.
Oh, Tims didn't even go for a shard play there to trap him. That was good.
Sam H.
A bit reluctant. Sam H now is
getting a bit aggressive onto Pi.
Yeah.
He knows Pi's on his own, so.
Still has to be careful. The Eclipse is available as soon as those creeps disappear. In bottom, they're making the natural rotation toward Raven.
Oh, Raven into the puck. But can't do a lot with it. In fact, with the silence, he can't get back in. Might have been better to sort of stay in original form and just shift into strength, but I guess maybe sort of fancied his chances.
I think maybe he didn't know that the orb was on cooldown. Roll forward now, 33.
The backup, they turn in to the Visage, bring him down with the Siphon. Back up from Zai, Boulder Smash on 2, holds them back, and now 33. He looks to turn, turns towards Tims with the medallion down upon him with that.
They got him?
Minus armor, they punch through that tusk.
Wow. That resummon there. And they're going in again on Armel. Armel, the medallion, the damage from the bird. It's just too much.
Double kill for 33.
Optic. I mean, Zai too. Zai is making all the right moves. 1-1-6 already on this Earthspirit, getting close to level 6. We asked if he could play it, and he's
so far
definitely proven it to us.
He missed a few spells around.
I mean, come on, he's doing pretty. He's doing well. He's making. He's in the right place at the right time. That's the important thing. Now Peter, not in the right place at the right time. He's on a warding mission. He will pay.
Top lane. There's the Eclipse. Cat. One more Lucid Beam will do it.
Ravage. Oh, he's trying to go for him here. The rotation from Armel. Are they going to get back in?
No. Oh, he's not. Pays with his life. And Armel.
That's a lot of gold for Armel.
It is, and he can put some pressure onto the tier 1 tower top as well. That was a big pick.
He got 617. I mean, Cat's rich, but
that's a lot of money. Yeah, perfect time for Armel to turn up the lane on this Death Prophet. Yeah. Now, pushing in onto that tier 1 tower.
CNC will rotate up. Slow down that push a little bit here.
Ghost sending Armel. Back off, but decent amount of damage done.
Yeah, pretty damn good usage there. And now bottom, they're looking to make a smoke move in Optic. They're trying to punish Raven again here.
Looking to catch him off guard here, but Pycat respawning, sending him straight back to the opposite lane.
Raven's going for just a Dragonlance build, just trying to stat up, since Lincoln's isn't really going to do much this game for him. Raven.
See if they can get him.
See this coming. He gets the morph off. He gets the shift off, I mean.
Can he play his way out? He's got the waveform down, goes for the TP in the tree line, and he's out of there. Because he realizes that Pycat popped the Mask of Madness, so there's no Lucent Beam to cancel the TP. He's got to be careful with that. You need those extra sort of stuns when the morph's going to go for those TP plays.
And that was Magnetized committed too. Still, Optic, 2k gold lead.
PPD. It's going to be fine. He's actually manning up onto Tips. He's got the back of his Zai. Zai hits the connection with the roll forward.
Morphling's here now, though.
Looking to try and turn. Tim's actually not going to fall there. The Maledict was not enough to kill off the Tusk. So Raven gets involved, gets some kills.
And some tower trade comes out too. Luna takes bottom while Armel takes top. And Armel, speaking of that, the Visage, I mean, 33 is
so scary on the map.
So much work with this medallion.
Yeah. It's pretty terrifying what he can do when he gets his hands on you.
Pycat's stealing their stack right now too. This was a 4x stack that they had bottom. And he's rich. 2k gold lead. And Raven, they might be looking for him here.
Got Eclipse. Oh no, Cuckoo. I mean, anyone that comes in any close proximity to 33 just dies.
Playing AA versus Visage. I mean, most support heroes, you really just can't do a line. Look at this, they're stalking Raven bottom. Doesn't get the attribute shift off here, and he's just dead. He held it for a second in Zai just with a quick silent stun. TNC going to fall apart a bit. 4k gold lead already for Optic now, getting these towers.
Yeah, another tier 1 tower down in the mid lane. This Visage getting pretty big. I
mean, their Roche threat on the side of Optic is very high too. With this medallion plus Dominator, they've got an Alpha Wolf as well, and Luna Aura. They could definitely make their way in there if they get a good fight versus TNC. But TNC, they've got Ravage, they've got Exorcism. They're looking for something here.
Let's see what TNC can do. They've got Armel leading the charge.
They want a big kill. They don't really want to support. They want to get one big kill into a tower with that Exorcism.
They can get on top of the Visage or the Luna. That would be the dream. At the moment, Optic are moving away. They're sweeping down towards the bottom. It's going to be very hard for TNC to sort of find a catch. As at the moment, sort of the closest hero is the PPD Witch Doctor, and that's not the one you want to jump on.
They get a bit of some wards down at least. Cuckoo plays some 2 deep ones to at least watch the movements from Optic later on, but yeah, Optic evade this gank nicely. And it will be Raven going for Lincoln's after the Dragonlance. Yeah.
Dire structures are fortified. Radiant are scanning.
They'll put the fortification here, Optic. PPD coming over to join forces with CCNC.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Still a very hard sort of defense for Optic to put together.
They killed the tier 2 just now, though. This Visage, I mean, 33 with the Alpha Wolf. They are able to siege very quickly. But now they're coming in from the back.
And they're going to look to open up onto Sam. Sam has got the hood. Pops the hook, keep the distance sharp. Pretty nice. They're catching out 2. They've got the Ravage and Ice Bar, Snowball, everything thrown on onto Pycat. They'll take it. They've got Pi. Zai will roll forward. They drop the coil here. CCNC trying to help them turn. He will jump in with the silence, but he's just getting turned upon. He's getting beat down. CCNC pops the stick charges. Can he get himself out of very calm? Raven gets himself the kill onto the puck, finds the double kill. Optic, they've lost 3. They're desperately trying to find Sam H as well with the birds focusing him. They do get him. 33 comes in for a cleanup of Optic's own. So they get the 3-for-3 trade. But TNC did get that tier 1 tower, so getting that little bit more out of it, and especially being behind, TNC getting the favorable trade in terms of numbers.
Yeah, but I mean, 33 is...
This is the big one.
Decimating them with this Visage. They land perfect combo there with the Earth Spirit as well as Visage coming in from the backlines. TNC, they'd thrown the initial scan out, but after that scan wears off, they get caught out by a huge, like, what, 4-man coil, I think it was, at least.
Yeah, yeah, at least, I mean, but CCNC as well, he did decide to sort of jump in the mist and follow up, gets the silence out, but it's always going to put him in a bit of a risky position as, you know, with just the Blink Dagger at the moment, no sort of Yules to help buy himself time to play back out of those areas.
Definitely in a very comfortable position, though. Visage and Luna are farming very well, both level 12 as well, and we see Yeah, 5K gold lead for them as well as a 4K experience advantage from all these moves.
Full out pipe for 3-3. This is all adding up for Optic. They can really group together and go for these pushes. Now they've got a bit of a way to protect Pycat. Make sure they can stand on the front and hit into the heroes on the Luna.
Full pipe on 33. Oh, wow.
He's rich.
That's going to be negating a lot of the damage from TNC. And TNC, they're in team fights, they're very ulti reliant. They need the Ravage as well as the Death Prophet. Optic, they have lots better ways to fight with this Visage being so farmed. CCNC, they're looking for Tims here. Quick snowball. Do they have the catch? The stuns come out.
Death Ward down. They've got him.
PPD dropping low.
Oh, watch out for the Ice Blast, Peter.
Oh! He's okay. He got healed up. But they're continuing the siege now with this Luna and Visage. More than enough damage. They know this Morphling's not quite ready just yet to take these fights.
Very good push from this lineup of Optic.
7K gold lead. They're looking to threaten high ground. They want to force a reaction.
There's no Ravage. There's no Ice Blast. In fact, CCT just jumps forward straight away, and they've got him. Cuckoo's gone. Armel ready for the defense, goes for the two-man silence, tries to leap forward with the Exorcism. Tims looking for control with the shards, but he doesn't catch anybody. They're backing away, and this was the ghost used. I'm sure it's keeping their rack safe. Can they actually get any kills out of it? Optic and Zai, you know, they're still sort of poking around. Optic can go back in on this. They turn towards Tims, now the Ravage is up. They're focusing 33. He pops the pipe. He's going to be able to keep himself alive. CCNC comes in with the silence. They're focusing Armel. Armel's going to fall. They've lost the Death Prophet TNC.
That was with Ravage as well as Exorcism and Optic. They just tank right through it because of how farm 33 is with this pipe. And now they can go high ground here. They can threaten. Or they could even pack up and go for Roche. They know Ravage and Exorcism's down. They can actually definitely take the Roche.
Yeah, they'll play it safe, keep the advantage. They know that they've got a lead. As it really is all about for TNC, they've got to hope that Raven can get himself in the game somehow shortly. He was slowed down at the start. And as you say, just that little bit of extra pressure in the laning stage certainly makes the Morphling much harder to pull off.
He needs a BKB. I mean, there's just too much disable, too much control on the side of Optic versus him. Can't get into the midst of the fights. And it's really awkward when you're kind of, you feel like you're forced to go into like a very early BKB.
And they get into the pit. They're going to try try here, TNC.
They don't have their ultis available though.
It's hard. It's going to be so hard. Optic, they're bringing the Roshan down. They've got it. Pyke actually preemptively popping the Eclipse, ready for this attempt. But they've got it. They've got the Roche. They've got the Aegis. They've got the kills as well. They'll take down Tims. They'll take Sam H as well by the looks of it as they surround the
And Armel's getting stunned too.
They're ignoring Sam H actually as they do want to go for the bigger kills, and they get it. They found the Death Prophet. Now they'll go back. CCNC finishes off the job. It's all falling apart for TNC now. Optic, this change-up. They may be onto something here, putting CCNC on the offlane, 33 to the mid. I'll be interested to see if this is something they did just do.
I think it might have just been reaction. I think it might have just been
You don't think this is going to be something that we're going to see in more games? It
maybe.
Worked.
It looked really good. I mean, this Visage pick was amazing. Look at this. They're getting a Rax already because of all this, too.
Will we continue to see more 33 min CCNC offlane? I think the Optic fans out there will be saying yes, please, because this is looking incredibly tight from Optic.
Ravens, I mean, it's just an awkward item choice. I mean, now he got in the Hurricane Pike, but I mean, fighting into Optic's draft is super difficult with what they've got. They need a very ideal Ravage with the Death Prophet, Exorcism online in the middle of all of it. But if the Death Prophet's in the middle of it, there's a lot of damage from Optic to burst through her. And what do they have? Do they have Spirit Vessel finished? Not just yet. Zai's gone for Blink and Arcane Boots instead in this game. I mean, once Spirit Vessel comes out, there's a Morphling and a Death Prophet on TNC's lineup. That's going to be a very valued Spirit Vessel. And they're looking to continue the siege. They're not giving any space.
What can they do about this push
for TNC to breathe?
How do you stop this? On the side, Zai. He's got an Infantry they have. Pop down a Sentry. So they've got eyes on him. In fact, PPD's just going to get blown up immediately. He's gone. Jump forward from CCNC. Does get the 3-man coil and silence. But it's just holding them down. They know the Ghosts will pop. If Optic can just keep themselves out of the fight for the duration of it, that's going to be a fight well taken.
They got the tier 2 anyway, right?
Yeah.
They don't want to go straight for that high ground just yet. They want to get the rest of their gold picked up because they're at a 15k advantage. I mean, and oh look, Pycat still has a triple stack back here.
Pycat is...
Or a quad stack, sorry.
But then you look at the Visage, you think he's farmed, but then you remind yourself the Luna's like 2k ahead of him. Pycat is just storming ahead. He's nearly got the BKB. And of course, with a farm that 33's got, he's less than 1,000 away from having a full out Aghanims at just the 20-minute mark.
I mean, getting a rack stat early, right? That'll give you a big surge in momentum and gold. Shrine's now being taken out. Pycat. Just feeling himself here, walking up into 3 heroes, doesn't really care. BKB finished. This could be where they go for
BKB.
BKB Aegis.
What do you do on TNC's lineup for that BKB?
Yeah.
Pretty much nothing.
Very limited. And Raven, just trying to farm desperately. Has the Hurricane Pike finished, queued up an F-Blade as well as the BKB, but I don't think Optic's going to give them the time to farm that. Rax.
Optic, they're in.
Tier 3s.
They've got the stun. They're looking to try and take out that AA before the fight begins. Can they do it? They can't. Cuckoo will survive. Now that turns towards Pycat. Pycat falls down to the lower ground. We'll be alright for now. They don't have the Ghost. They'll smoke here, Optic. Look to get a favourable position, make it harder for TNC themselves to get a jump on them, as they do have the Ravage Ice Blast combo available. They're getting focused though. With the paralyzing cast, Dreamcore down onto 2. They're trying to finish off this tide before he gets the chance to Ravage. Will they be able to do so? BKB pop by Pycat focuses him and they get him. No tide, no Ravage for 30 seconds. Pycat just moving in, picking the kills up as he gets a double. 2 buybacks coming out from TNC, but there's no buyback available for Sam H. Tide will be down for 25 seconds. The backdoor protection kicks in momentarily, but the new creep wave comes through. As Optic take the tier 3 tower, they're onto the back.
Look at Cuckoo. He gets saved by the snowball for now.
It buys him some time, but he'll still fall. The Ice Blast does come out, but they've lost the AA. Cuckoo down for 40 seconds. Optic cleaning up a full set of racks down bottom. Second set of racks are 22 minutes in, and they're not done. They're going to look to sweep around towards the mid.
This is game. There's nothing that TNC can do to take the fight, even if they walk in and get this Ravage off. They're so limited on damage, but they're trying.
They're going to try. Instant silence comes through. They're looking for the control on Pycat. They'll take him down once. They have the Ghosts up. Can they kill him post-Aegis, though? That's the question. Force back. Pycat gets himself to the side, but the Ravage still clips him. It's just a little too far away, though, for the follow-up of TNC to come in. They're trying to move in onto 33.
The Glimmer.
But they just don't have the damage. 33, too tanky on this Visage. They are pushing Optic away from the base. The Shards will not grab any of them as Optic keep their distance. But Optic, of course, got more than they wanted. They got everything. They got that second set of racks. They got buybacks out of TNC. And TNC, sure, they take the Aegis out of the hands of Pycat, but they can't achieve anything else.
No, it's extremely costly. 23k gold lead now. 10k experience lead. They can't even take fights when they've got everything available. Optic, with all these defensive items, with all this farm that they've gotten now from the last couple moments, they've got the Glimmers. They've got all these 4-steps to disengage from the fights. And Pycat has a bottle as well as a DD rune inside that bottle for the next upcoming engagement.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
It's just, you know, Raven on this morph thing, he's the highest net worth on the team, but on this hero, he just can't offer anything to these sort of fights. As soon as they started playing from behind, the game just looked impossible for them all.
He can't get in the fight, exactly. Like walking into this lineup versus
Puck,
Earth Spirit, even Visage, the bird stuns can start to add up. There's just way too much control for this Morphling until the BKB and that Ethereal Blade comes out. And got a lot of items. But TNC, did you see him kill the Courier? TNC did kill a Courier, which I believe had a good chunk of money on it. Because I think it's like, I think 33 had like a full Aghanims on it maybe. I know he has an AC. Maybe he just switched to the AC, but either way, they have a lot of big items coming out.
Yeah, I think he
cleared out those racks.
Yeah, I think he must have changed his mind from the accident.
Yeah, it looks like
looking at the money that he's got potentially, but as we saw, yeah, PPD was able to be the temporary courier, get out those 2 items towards him, and yeah, a couple hundred gold. The AC is going to be done.
Yeah, and I mean, you feel the pressure for Armel. He's not bought a fail at the 25-minute mark. They're just like, all right, we have to. If we lose the next fight, the game's over.
As the AC, 25 minutes in. And Pycat still just reaching ahead. He's got the money pretty soon for that full-out butterfly. 25 minutes in, and as you say, with the double damage rune, this fight it's pretty much impossible as it feels for TNC. But they're going to try for something here with the smoke play. But it's PPD.
And they see Peter, but do they have reveal? They have sentries. They will see him. They'll catch him, but now the reinforcements come in from Optic.
You killed a Witch Doctor, but at what cost? Jump in. Immediately bursting down Tims. They've got the silence onto the Tide, forcing them back. They'll try for an Ice Blast, disconnect onto Tide. They'll turn with the Ravage and the Ghost. In fact, they have managed to take 2. In fact, they're getting some kills out of this, but Pycat, he's going to look to clean up. Comes in with the Eclipse. Immediately, TNC have to scatter. Just as it looked like TNC were going to get a bit of a break there, get big kills out of it all. Pycat comes in with the double damage rune. He knocks them off. He's able to instantly push down the middle lane.
I mean, Pycat's been the rock for this team for quite a while now. 9-2-7, having a near flawless game.
And clean up that last stand a single chance against this double damage rune. Pycat, he knows he can just go for the game. Yeah. It's all over. Optic will take the game against TNC, and it was not close. They got ahead at the start, Optic, and they used their advantage magnificently. They played very, very close to these. This is the sort of Optic that we see when they're at the best, really. Because we've seen other times where Optic have just faltered, but this first game on LAN, with this change-up.
This Visage pick, for me, was actually the biggest thing in this game, because they just put this hero mid that they can easily kill this Death Prophet constantly. As soon as they get level 6 on Visage, they have threats to kill the Death Prophet, and then they have this Puck Earth Spirit dual lane. So it's like, TNC's in this position where they're like, Tims, you need to be mid, top, and bottom in order to secure the lanes, but he can't be in all 3 positions. So if he's bottom, sure, he can protect his Morphling, but then Tidehunter gets nothing. And then also, the Death Prophet's at risk of dying. So it was a really well thought out game plan from Optic, and TNC just weren't able to cut it.
Well, there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Optic getting themselves the win. We'll head off to a short break here at DAC, and then we'll be back for the next game, which I believe is IG versus OG, or VG. VG versus OG.
VG-OG. VG-OG, I believe.
Something like that. We'll see. A few minutes and we'll be back with another game here from Group A.